Hey guys, how you doing today? Dr. Stephen Akintayo here. So I'm on my way to Florida, Miami actually. Yeah, to Miami, Florida, and I'm super excited. We are opening our Miami office next week. You heard me. So you're all invited. On Thursday, we're going to be opening our Miami office. If you're in Miami, you're free to join us. It's going to be a great opening. So I'm doing a part 2 of the topic that I started some days ago, which is why Africans in diaspora are not millionaires and billionaires. I would like you to share this video with your friends, with your loved ones, Facebook group, WhatsApp group. I want to thank, first of all of you who shared the previous video. The video has gone viral. As I speak to you, we have gotten over 30,000 views, if not 40,000 views. People are literally sending it to themselves, spreading the word, spreading the message. Thank you for doing that, because that was the exact intention of the video. We wanted it to go viral. We wanted to talk to our people. We wanted to educate our people about how to build wealth. It's not to condemn anyone, but rather to say, what are the areas we can all improve? What are the things we can begin to do so that we can build wealth? A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, not debt, not basic. So the essence of the video was to begin to have that conversation on how we can all begin to build wealth consciously, particularly those of you in diaspora. How do you come up with concepts and ideas? So if you missed part 1, I'd like you to go to this page, scroll down, or go to my YouTube and watch part 1 of this video. Okay, this is part 2. And I'm going to also be sharing 3 major reasons also why Africans in diaspora are not millionaires and billionaires. Like I said, we are the most educated immigrants in the USA, in the UK. Africans in diaspora are the most educated, Some having 2 masters, some having 3 masters, some having PhD. Okay, very educated. I remember I visited Trump Tower last year. Was it last year or early this year? And the policeman in front of Trump Tower had to ask me, he said, what is it about you Nigerians? You are either doctors or lawyers. Is there something special about, why is it that an average Nigerian is either a doctor or a lawyer? And I remember I was laughing. He said, is this something that you guys do, like a cultural thing? And he said, because a lot of you are well educated, but yet we're having too many people spoiling our names. We're having too many people doing shady deals, doing internet fraud, credit card fraud, and spoiling the name of other good Africans, well-educated African, well-exposed African. I experienced, a very, very ugly experience today. By the way, share this video, please, 50 times on Facebook, on WhatsApp. Share. Today I was running, having a meeting with those who came for my book tour. And this white guy working at Marriott, where I was lodged, just walked up to me and was literally yelling that I needed to leave the place. And I could imagine why he was that rude. Of course, his boss later came to apologize. We moved to even a better place. But I feel the reason he was that rude, okay? I feel the reason he was that rude was purely because he felt, Africans congregating together, okay? He was even asking, are you guys selling something? Are you guys doing something? Literally, in his mind, it's not possible for Africans to sit together, for Nigerians to sit together and be doing something legal. Right? And that's the level of stereotype that we're facing. But like I have said, I said it to his face, okay? And I corrected him to his face. I said, that's pure racism. I paid to be in this hotel. You cannot talk to me that way, right? That's very rude of you. Of course, like I said, his people apologize. Even the receptionist said they've escalated it, but I'm still going to do it now. But where am I going? Remember, I taught you guys the other day that the way you can end racism is by being wealthy. If I didn't pay $250 per night in that hotel, okay, I will not have gotten the respect I deserve when I asked for it. Okay, I will not have gotten the respect I deserve. So the truth is, it's hard to end racism when black people are poor. It's hard to end it. It's hard to end racism. It's hard not to experience racism when you don't have money. Because the reason for it, first of all, that his management is picking up the case is because I'm one of Marriott's elite, right? I'm at the elite. Anywhere I stay in Marriott, which is why I lodge in Marriott, they give me a suite, okay? I spend over $40,000 with them every year for seminars, for hotel bills and all that. So, but if I was just anybody, right? I believe they probably would have even called the police on me rather than apologizing, rather than escalating the issue, taking us to a better place and even treating us right. And of course, everybody apologized. They asked they are going to give us free coffee, whatever we want and all of that. But if you want to end racism, Africans have to be financially free. I know some of you don't want to be rich. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. If you don't want to be rich, you don't want to be a millionaire, you don't want to be a billionaire, you don't need to be here. You can just leave jejely, move to some other conversation, go elsewhere, no problem, no fighting. Okay? Well, how many of you think the subject of money is important to you? If you think it's important, type is important to me. Come on guys, talk to me. How many of you think the subject of making money, legitimately, I'm not talking about illegitimate work now, is important to you? That it means a lot to you to be wealthy? It means a lot to you to be financially free. If you think it's an important thing, can you type, making money is important to me? I want everybody to type it. Come on, engage me. I love a very interactive class. I love when we're teaching like this, we're engaging each other, we're talking, you're commenting, you're joining me in this conversation. If making money is important to you, can you type, it is important to me? Making money is important to me. So that I know I'm talking to the right people. But like I said, if it's not important to you, no problem. I have tasted wealth and I've tasted poverty. And I know the difference. Okay? It's better to be wealthy. I was born poor. My parents were not rich. I lived in Maiduguri. We were borrowing money. My mother was borrowing money to send me to school. We were very, very poor. And I've also tasted wealth. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I prefer to be rich. You can choose poverty. It's okay. It's no big deal. I remember somebody even posted it in my last video. Okay? That not everybody wants to be rich. Not everybody wants to be a millionaire or billionaire. And I said, why are you listening? Why are you watching? The person even claimed not everybody is destined to be rich. First of all, I need to know God is not a wicked God. He did not destine you to be poor. That's fallacy. It's a choice. If you're rich, it's a choice. If you're poor as an adult, it's a choice. Because you can be born poor like I was born poor. But at some point you can decide to say, you know what, enough of this poverty, I want wealth. Jabez in the Bible did the same thing. Jabez was born poor in sorrow, but he made up his mind at some point. He said, I'm tired of poverty, I want to be wealthy. He cried to God, and Jabez was wealthy, was blessed. So it's up to you which one you want, poverty or wealth. Me, I want wealth. Number one reason why many Africans in diaspora are poor is because they do not mix with other race. Can everybody type it? Africans in diaspora are not mixing, right? You are a Nigerian, you come to the US, what happened? You only start your clique of people in your church, You join the clique of people who are also Nigerians, most likely Yoruba, if you are Yoruba, if you are Igbo, most likely those who are Igbos. Same thing with Ghanaians. You are quickly looking for association of Ghanaians. We are not mixing up. It's one of the biggest problems that Africans in diasporas are facing. Instead of us to mix up with whites, with Hispanics, with people around us, particularly the ones who are doing well. Now, I understand that there's cultural difference. I understand that values are different. I understand that there are a lot of things that sometimes make us to feel uncomfortable when we're with people who are not from Africa. I get you, and I understand that. By the way, share this video 50 times, please. Thank you, my brother. You've shared this video to 50 groups. God will bless and reward you. Uluwashino Fajewe. God bless you. I'm grateful. Thank you for doing that. Number one, we don't mix. Everybody type that. Africans in diaspora do not mix with other race. So we come to this part of the world, we still want to be keeping to just our own people. And that's why many of us, and I've said this many times, many Nigerians are leaving Nigeria in Houston. They are in US yet, but US has not entered them. There are Nigerians still living in Nigeria even though location has changed. Ghanaians still living in Ghana even though they are in Dallas. And until that change, until you change that, until you begin to say, hey, I'm in another country, okay? White people are more than blacks. I need to mix with them. There are Hispanics here. They're also probably more than blacks. I need to mix with the ones who are doing well. I'm not saying you mix with everyone. Mix with your kind. Mix. There are white people who are entrepreneurs, who are nice, who are not racist. All white people are not racist. There are Hispanic people who are nice, who are not into drugs or crime. You need to mix with other race. You can't. Listen, you just have to do it. How many of you know the Shaguri people? Is it Shaguri now they are called? They are entrepreneurs from what's it called? Who remember them? They are based in Lagos. They are the owner of Eco Hotel, Eco Atlantic project. They are the major stakeholder of Eco Atlantic, the Shaguris. Who knows them? If you know them, just type I know them. When these guys came to Nigeria, they are Lebanese. Okay? As much as they created their own category, like their own class or club of Lebanese, what did they also do? They mixed with the wealthiest of the wealthy Nigerians. They mixed with our people. So there's nothing wrong that you're an African and you have that support group of other Africans. Nothing wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. But when that is the only support group that you have, then something is wrong. You should have like a mixture of both, of course, Africans. Okay? But you should also have other people. You should also mix with other races who are upwardly mobile. Mix with other races who are doing well. Many of you, your neighbor, even though you think he's a racist, if you can get closer to him, he will add so much value to you. He will add so much value to you. He may be a white guy, but he will add so much value to you. If you can just mix. How many of you notice that many Africans don't like to stay in places where it's predominantly white people? If you notice, just type I've noticed. It doesn't even matter. Many of them have never even experienced racism. They are just afraid to stay in predominantly white place where white people are. And can I shock you? Places where white people are predominant, there is better security in those places. Many of those places are more safe. Okay, many of those places are more safe. How many of you agree? If you agree with me, less drugs, less crime, but yet you don't even want to stay there just because you are assuming because white people are there, they are all racist. Not all white people are racist, guys. I've said it over and over again. Even when I visit the US, I often stay where white people are predominant. That's what I do. I just stay where white people are predominant. I was in Bethesda. Bethesda, a lot of white people are there compared to blacks. It's a lot. You need to mix, guys. Thank you, Falola, for sharing 50 times. Thank you. I appreciate that. All of you that have shared, thank you for sharing. Share this video 50 times if it's adding value to you. I'm telling you why. Africans in diaspora are not millionaires and billionaires. You met most of these white people here. They have more money than you and I. If you want their money, you need to mix with them. If you want their money, you need to connect to them. It's when you mix to them, you will know their problems, you'll be able to start businesses that will solve their problem, and they will pay you. They will pay you well. And they pay better than blacks. I don't know if you agree with me. White people pay better than blacks. White people are often better customers than black people. If you run a business in the US or in the UK, and all your customers are black people, they will run your business down. This is the truth. If you have run a business before, confirm what I'm saying. If you're not careful, the same black people will run your business to the ground. I was in Atlanta the other day, and the limousine driver that drove me said he experienced the same thing. That years ago he opened his business and said, you know what, he wanted to empower black people. This is even an African American. And I wanted to empower black people and employ majorly black African Americans to his company. He said to his surprise, one day they looted the whole thing, carted away with his computers, looted most of all that he had in that company, and rendered him to nothing. Just because he was saying he will only employ Africans. Okay? And they finished everything. Right? How many of you agree with me? If you agree, just type I agree, I'm learning. By the way, if you are learning, type I'm learning. Engage me, guys. I need us to talk. If you're learning, type I'm learning. Share this video 50 times. So it's important that as you've decided to travel, you left Africa. You think Africa is not safe. You think African leadership are not right. They've messed up. They don't care about us. I'm not arguing with you. But now that you are in diaspora, you need to mix with other races. Some are racist, I agree, but some are good. Some will treat you right. Some will talk to you with courtesy. Some can be so loving. Okay, if you meet some white people, they can be so loving. Right? There are some that are racist, but there are a lot of them who are good. Connect with them. Don't run even in Dubai. I did the same thing. I made up my mind. Yes, if I see a black person who is qualified, I'll give him the job. But I'm not going to be running a Nigerian company in Dubai. No. Here in the US, my branch manager is a Nigerian, right? Because she's skillful. I've known her over the years. I trust her. But guess what? Many other people we're employing in the US are not Nigerians. They don't need to be Nigerians. Because my customers are not Nigerians alone. Nigerians will buy real estate from me. Hispanics will buy real estate from me. White people will buy real estate from me. Caucasians will buy real estate from me. Jewish people will buy real estate from me. So it does not make any sense to open an office in US and all my staff are Africans. Why? Why do you guys do that? And yet, you want white people to be comfortable to do business with you. And you know they have more money because they've been here. Many of them are spending third generation money, fourth generation money. Their great-great-grandparents were wealthy and left money for them. If you do not break into that circle, how do you build wealth? How do you become a millionaire? How do you become a billionaire? If it's still African immigrants who are still struggling to go back to school, who are still struggling, okay, that you decide to make your customer, how do you become rich? How does the money flow to you? Does this make sense? If it makes sense, type make sense. Okay? Share this video 50 times, guys. Dr. Stephen Akintayo here. And I'm sharing why Africans in diaspora are not millionaires and billionaires. This is the part 2. Number one, under part two, is that they don't mix with other race. They come to this part of the world, they just only join their own people. Number two reason, Africans in diaspora are not united. Africans in diaspora, they are not united. We are so divided. We only unite when we are doing party. Hey, Owambe. Hey, see me. Come on. That's the only time we are united, when we are doing Owambe. And when we even go to the Owambe, most of the time we are spending in that party is gossip we are using it to do. Right? Gossip. Did you hear what has happened to him? Yeah? You see him and his wife. It's gossip we are using most of the time to do. Okay? Most of the time. The only time we also unite is in church. Temporary unity in church. Oh, hallelujah. And then when they are singing African songs, one of the most funny things to me, you are in America, you open a church, even though the founder is a Nigerian or a Ghanaian or an African, and all the songs you are singing is African praise and worship. And you are wondering why white people don't come to your church, and you now claim they are racist, that's why they don't come. How would they understand your African song? I'm not saying you don't sing African song. All your praise and worship song cannot be African. Sing some Western African songs so that if a white person comes to your church, he can understand. He can understand the songs and can worship God. Not that all the songs that you're singing there, all the songs are African songs. So when you are doing Owambe, that's the only time you are united. And what have you come to do when you are doing Owambe? Most Owambe are waste of money. Waste of money. Somebody is doing his third marriage and he's spending $100,000 to do party for his third marriage. For what? Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? $100,000 to do party in Houston. I heard Houston is the headquarters. What kind of waste? And everybody now gathered to help the person to waste his money. Okay? That's the only time we're united. We're also united in church. Right? And what have we done also to kill all the witches who are already dead? The witches who didn't fly down from Nigeria to US. It was winter period, you moved to US. Winter. Okay? Winter period that you moved to US. If the witches tried to fly, it would be too cold for them. But you still will be kill him, witches, kill him. That's the other time we unite. When it's time to kill witches that don't exist. What about we uniting to build an estate in America for black people? What is wrong with building the largest hospital in America by African American doctors and nurses contributing money? See how the Italians started their union and were able to stand their ground and own America. See how they did it. What happened to we Africans? When it's time to unite to do something positive, never. Check anywhere you see Africans united. It's about bringing somebody down. Go and check it. Go and check it. Confirm what I'm saying. Am I saying the truth? Come on, guys. Say, I know this is bitter truth. I know this is bitter truth, but if you be honest, can you tell me if it's true or not? Type it. True or not? Majority of the time, if not more than 90% of the time, you see Africans come together. It's about pulling down somebody. It's about pulling down somebody. Okay? It's about pulling down somebody. It's always about pulling down somebody. Instead of there's one pastor we hate, we are pulling him down. One politician we hate, we are pulling down. One comedian we hate, we are putting him down. One actor that we hate. One businessman that we think is the only enemy. With all the problem we have, one man is the one who will decide to say, that's the enemy, let's pull him down. Let's pull him down. Yes, yes. When you see us united, 90% of the time is to pull down somebody. Meanwhile, other people Pakistanis. Go to all the street corners, all the shops. They are owned by Pakistanis, Chinese people. They are united. They are united. Indians are one of the most united. When an Indian person comes to a place, gradually he brings all his family members. They contribute money together. They buy the first house, the second house, the third house, the fourth house. But when we Africans come together, we have only come to pull down somebody. Look at this video now. What I am saying today, how many of you agree with me that if I am trying to castigate somebody, if this video was about abusing one king in Nigeria, or one actor, or one pastor, or to bring somebody down, if this video was about bringing somebody down, how many of you agree with me that I will have more viewers than this? If you agree, type I agree. If this video I'm doing now was a negative video about what somebody did to me, about how one person is fake, about how one person is the devil, about how one person is the one that is the problem, okay, we will have 1,000 viewers by now. If you agree, type I agree. Many of these viewers will by themselves share the video. I will not even need to say share. On their own, they will share the negative news by themselves without begging them. On their own, they will just start sharing. Can you, Shetibo? Have you heard? Have you listened? Did you hear what they said? They said that guy is the devil. I have met several billionaires in my life. I'm yet to meet one that is a gossiper. I'm yet to meet. Yes, exactly. We will have had more than 2,000 viewers now. Everybody will not call. Hey, some will start calling themselves. This person is bringing down this person. We are come and listen, come and hear the gist, come and watch. That's why a lot of the entertainers like to fight themselves, because they know that when they fight themselves, you people will start following them. You will start following them. You will start following them, and then everybody will not start calling as if they care. And see me, everyone done something in social media, but I mean, see what they said about you. Wasting executive time, gossiping your life away. You see why we are not millionaires? You see why we are not billionaires? You see now? Look at what the billionaires in America are doing. Jeff Bezos is going to Mars. Okay? You know, Elon Musk is going to Mars. Richard Branson. So they are all doing competition. Who will go first? You know, commercial tourism to Mars. That is the competition our own billionaires in America, UK are doing. The billionaires in Nigeria, what are they doing? You will hear this person is fighting this other person. You will hear this other person is the one working against this other person. When are we going to learn? When are we going to stop all this nonsense? Can we start competing healthy? Can we start competing on how to take Africans to the moon, to Mars, right? How we will have our own space station? How we will raise more billionaires and millionaires so that the wealth can spread and go around? Can we start discussing things that make sense? Can we stop gossiping about each other? Can we stop hating each other and pulling each other down? And doing cho. Look at this Facebook. Okay? When did Facebook start? Right? When did Facebook start? Before you know it, as Nigerian bloggers got to Facebook, what was the first thing they started doing? Fighting each other. Fighting each other. This blogger is fighting this one is fighting. In fact, there was one that I was being told that two bloggers were fighting each other. One was marketing for our company. And then the second blogger, just to spite us, started saying evil things because he's fighting another blogger. I didn't even know. In fact, it was the person who called the person and said, you better don't dare it. Right? Drop this man's business out of it. It was the person telling me today. I didn't even know. But that's what we do. Bringing each other down, competition, fighting each other, unhealthy, you know. It doesn't make sense. You are now wondering why we are not building well. You are wondering why they are treating us anyhow. You are wondering why they talk to us anyhow. If Nigerian government will go and be kidnapping their own citizen, who is also a citizen of another place, right, breaking the law of another country just to get at somebody else, you are wondering, like citizens, like leaders, if government will be shooting peaceful protesters, okay, you are wondering why. But we also do the same. All we do is to fight each other. We just hate each other. As if there is money that is being paid for hating your neighbor. Do they pay money for hating your neighbor? Huh? Is there money being paid that you hated somebody? Is there money being paid? If we want to build real wealth, ladies and gentlemen, we need to unite. We need to come together. We need to begin to gather ourselves. I'm talking about you in Africans in diaspora. You need to start organizing. You need to ask yourself, how do we start building African businesses that are doing well? How do we start having African businesses that are buying properties, owning properties in the UK, in the US, so that people can respect us? So that people do not treat us, so that racism can reduce. Because if we don't like each other, why should a white man respect you being a black person, being a black immigrant? Because you don't even respect your own neighbor. Right? You don't even respect. They see how we treat each other. They see how we say evil about each other. And you now want them to treat us better. They can't treat you better than you're treating your colleagues. Nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. People will treat you the same way you've treated your colleagues. The same way you've treated your colleagues. I'll never forget my experience. I was in Silicon Valley one time. Traveled to San Jose in California. Okay? And it was very late. I arrived very late in the night. And I approached the receptionist. She was African American, maybe a Nigerian. Yeah, you know I have a Nigerian accent. Maybe a Nigerian has jilted the girl or disappointed the girl. I don't know the story. She just looked at me and said, I'm sorry, there's no room available. I said, well, that's okay, but can I stay? I believe I have the right to stay. She said, you can't stay. I'm sorry, you can't stay. In fact, at some point she had to say, I'm the only one here. It's security concern. I can't allow you to stay. You have to leave now. Sir, you have to leave now. I'm going to call the police. For what? For what? For what? But that's how Africans treat each other. Of course, I had to report her to Marriott. In fact, they told her to send an apology letter to me. But I remember I kept asking myself, I don't know this lady from anywhere. This is an hotel. I expect an African American to be even more courteous about how she was going to treat me as a customer. Okay? But again, it's just the way we just treat each other like shit. We treat each other like nothing. So, number 2 reason why we are not millionaires and billionaires, we are not united. Go and check the few Africans who have become millionaires and billionaires in America. Go and check them. They had to break these rules. They had to start mixing with white people, including Kanye West. Kanye West was not a billionaire until he married Kardashian. They opened his eyes to how to restructure what he was doing, how to scale up his business, how to turn Yeezy sneakers to $1 billion company. Right? Some black people hated him for marrying Kardashian. Yeah. But the guy understood that just sticking with his black people alone cannot make things happen. Right? You have to mix. You have to mix. Number 2, you have to unite. You have to unite. Because you build in unity and you scatter in disagreement. Number 3, are you ready for number 3? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. By the way, are you enjoying this? If you're ready, type I'm ready, I'm ready. Are you ready for number 3, guys? If you're ready for number 3, type I'm ready. Okay? I'm teaching why Africans in diaspora are not millionaires and billionaires. That's what I've been teaching about. And the reason why I'm teaching this is so that we can know the mistakes we're making and find a way to adjust it and begin to build legitimate wealth. Okay? Number 3, spiritual manipulation or religiosity. Religious manipulation or religiosity. Okay? Is the number 3 reason why we are not millionaires and billionaires. I need you to know that if you want to cast out demons, you need to pray and fast. If you want healing, you need prayer and fasting, because behind every sickness is a demon. Yeah. But if you want to be rich, it's not by prayer and fasting. Let me say it again. If you want to be rich, it's not by prayer and fasting. That's why Buddhists are billionaires. Hindus are billionaires. Atheists. Bill Gates doesn't believe there's God. Jeff Bezos doesn't believe there's God. Right? But these are billionaires. And this is where we miss it. Becoming rich has nothing to do with prayer and fasting. Has nothing to do with religiosity. It has everything to do with 2 things: knowledge and mentorship. Can everybody type it? Knowledge and mentorship. Everybody, I want you to type it. Being rich has everything to do with knowledge and mentorship. I'm at the airport. Okay? Without the knowledge of running a cargo business, you can see all these cards. There's no way you can pray and fast, okay, to own an airline. This is Southwest Airline. You can't pray and fast to own this airline. You cannot pray and fast to run this airline very well. You have to get the knowledge of how to run an airline. And you have to get mentors who have run airlines before to guide you on things to avoid when running an airline. This is how people become rich. But you leave the place of knowledge. Let me give you an example. How many of you are in diaspora here? If you're in diaspora, type I'm in diaspora. Type it. How many of you are in diaspora? If you're in diaspora, just type I'm in diaspora. Now, those of you who are in diaspora, thank you. How many of you in diaspora patronize African restaurants? If you're in diaspora and you patronize African restaurant, can you type I patronize African restaurant? Okay? Those of you in diaspora, how many of you patronize African restaurant? Okay? Do you patronize African restaurant? If you patronize African restaurant, just type I patronize African restaurant. Okay? Talk to me. Okay, I can see a lot of you are in diaspora. Now, why has not one African restaurant, not one? I'm not talking about the ones in Nigeria, because in Nigeria you have Tantalizers that became a franchise. You have Tasties that became a franchise. But why have we not found one African restaurant, one, that became a global franchise? Have you ever asked yourself why? You see Nando's. How many of you know Nando's? Nando's is Hispanic. How many of you know Tacos? Taco Bell. Taco Bell is Hispanic. Taco Bell is an Hispanic restaurant. Nando's is an Hispanic restaurant. But they have been able to franchise the business right now. I'm a Nigerian. I normally patronize Nando's. Even in Dubai, I love Nando's. I love their chicken. Peri-peri is very spicy. I always enjoy their what's it called? I always enjoy also their corn, their sweet corn, right? How come? And by the way, how many of you agree with me that Hispanics and white people like Nigerian food, particularly jollof rice. If you agree with me, type I agree. A lot of Hispanic and white people, if they taste fufu, right? When they taste fufu and egusi, they love it. They love fufu and egusi very well. They also love our suya, and they love many of our delicacies. Hispanics and all of them, they love it. They love it. So the question is, why have we not turned it to a franchise? Do you know the reason why? Many of those who run African restaurants in diaspora have not even gone for a course on franchising, because there's a course around it. There's a training where they train you on franchising a business. In fact, there are companies that's what they specialize on. But our people will not go for training. They will still be telling you that, this is my small business. It can never be a franchise. How can it be a franchise? Who will promote my business? I'm not sure this will work. Just staying in their corner and then limiting their own progress. Limiting their own progress. Because we won't go for training. How many of those are owners of African restaurants have ever gone to the founders of franchised businesses, franchised restaurants in America, to say, I want to learn from you, sir. I don't mind paying $10,000. I want to learn from you. How did you franchise this your restaurant? We don't value mentorship. Rather than you see somebody who is doing well, rather than going to meet him and say, I'm ready to pay to learn from you, what do? We end up abusing the person. We end up joining to say evil about the person, to bring the person down, rather than saying, teach me, sir. I'm ready to pay the price. Either I need to work for you, I work for you for free. Or I'm ready to pay you to teach me. I want to know your secret. I want to know how you did it. But I know you won't teach me for free, so I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to pay. Or I'm willing to work for you to come and learn this, sir. How many of us do that? Rather than that, you say, I tried to call him, he didn't pick my call, he's not humble. Why should he be humble? Did he come to this world for you? I called him, he didn't pick my call. Oga, he has his own headache too. Why should he leave his own business and come and sit down on your matter? We don't even know we're being selfish, telling people to leave what they are doing to come and sit on our matter. Right? We don't know we're even being selfish. We're self-centered. Okay? You don't say he's not humble. He's not humble. I called him, he didn't pick, he blocked me. Bros, you are not, he's not your father, he's not your mother, he's not your governor, he's not your president, he's not your senator. He does not owe you anything. Successful people don't owe you anything. You owe yourself everything. Successful people don't owe you anything. You owe yourself. You owe yourself success. If they help you, fine. If they don't, it's no big deal. You owe yourself. So spiritual manipulation. You see prophets manipulating people. Even in America, they will tell you they saw vision. The name of the person doing you is from a state that starts with E. Of course you are Yoruba. You don't say Ekiti. Say Ekiti. Oh, okay. Which other state starts with E? Which other state starts with E? Now say, Celia. And you get so manipulated, right? They tell you that it's witches from your village. No, even Edo starts with E. But the person is a Yoruba person, and they say the people doing him is E. Who would not know that it's only Ekiti that is in Southwest that starts with E? Okay, you know, just manipulating people. Okay, and many of us love it. Say, my pastor prayed for me. My pastor told me I should not talk to anybody anytime from 2 a.m. I should not talk to anybody. Yeah. My pastor told me it's my in-law that is my enemy. You have been married to your wife. for 20 years. 20 years. She did not kill you. She did not poison you. One person, one year prophet somewhere now tells you your wife is the witch doing you, and you are foolish enough to believe. You've been married to your husband for 15 years. For 15 years. He didn't kill you. One stupid man somewhere is not telling you that your husband is your enemy, is the reason why you are not making progress. And you believe. And you believe. And you get distracted. You believe that nonsense. You believe that nonsense. You believe. I don't even understand. And you want to be a millionaire and a billionaire. You are suspecting everybody. You do not even want to come on social media because you think if you come on social media, the witches will do you. How will people know your business exists? How can people trust you? Do you know, many people said to me, Dr. Stephen, when I heard about your company, I just Googled MD of GTEX. And when I saw you are an author, you're a very credible man, I didn't even bother. I just immediately did business with your company. And I said, wow, I'm glad to know. Thank you. You now, you have refused to come on social media to market your product. Who will buy this product from you? Who will do business with you? Right? Who will do business with you? Because you are afraid to come on social media. How will your business grow? Have you ever seen a billionaire that you Google his name and he doesn't exist on Google? Is there anybody like that? But Jeff Bezos, you Google him, there's nothing about him. Bill Gates. You can be a thousandaire and nobody knows you. But Google, mark my word, you cannot be a billionaire in dollars and there's nothing about you. It's not possible. It's not possible. But all because of this, your religiosity, all because of this manipulation that many of you have allowed them to manipulate you, right? He said, don't let anybody know you're in America. Are you kidding me? How will your helper come if they don't know you are in America? How? Some people God will use to bless you. You've lost in touch with them 10 years ago. And they are also, maybe you are in Chicago and they are in Florida. Is the day you do Facebook Live and say, hey, I'm in America. I'm in America, guys. I'm new here. I'm looking for opportunities. Before you know, the person will call you and say, hey, we went to school together. I've been in the US all this while. You know what? I'm going to help you. Do this, do this, do this, do this. There's a vacancy. Still waiting for more right? How will anybody help you when you are in the dark? When your prophet told you that nobody must know where you are, how will anybody help you? How? How will anybody help you? How? Eh? We are so religious, yet our continent is the most corrupt continent. We are so religious, yet our continent is the poorest continent. With all the religion, poorest continent. Shouldn't we wake up? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. When you keep doing the same thing again and again, and it is not working, you wake up and say, what am I missing here? Okay, what am I getting wrong? Where am I getting it wrong? Right? Something has to happen. Okay? Somebody says some of them, now shy people, when they don't know shy, will not put food on their table. Exactly. Some of you say, me, I'm shy. Being shy is not going to put food on your table, ladies and gentlemen. Being timid is not going to put food on your table. By the way, share this video 50 times, guys. By the way, are you enjoying this class? If you're enjoying this class, type, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Okay? Please share this video 50 times. Let's make this video go viral. We're trying to change the mindset of our people. We're trying to educate our people. We're trying to deliver our people. Right? All this deception and manipulation, where all your pastors have told you that you should go and be fighting everybody. They told you to be fighting people. All these things will not help you. It will not help you. Many of those you have insulted, you better go and beg them. 2P you cannot have in your life: poverty and pride. Somebody is richer than you. You are arrogant to the person. You're on your own, sir. You're on your own. You cannot be poor and you are proud at the same time. If God has blessed somebody and the person is wealthier than you, you better humble yourself and learn. All this deception, all this fake prophet, fake pastors have given to you needs to stop. Right? They tell you, oh, you are older than him. Oh, yeah, go and use the age to collect money in the bank. Somebody is more successful than you. Go humble yourself and learn. Go humble yourself and learn. Okay? Go humble yourself and learn. Learn. Knowledge and mentorship is how you are going to be rich. It's not prayer and fasting. Go and read it in the Bible. There is nobody that has ever become rich by prayer and fasting. Let me share 2 stories with you so that you can, for those of you who are very religious and you don't like this topic, let me give you 2 scriptural passages where people had been helped when they are in financial crisis, and you see that there was none that was prayer and fasting. A woman came to Prophet Elisha, right, and spoke about how her husband was also a prophet and worked faithfully, but he's dead. The man is owing so many people money, and as a result of this, they are ready to come and take her 2 children. In those days, if you are owing money, right, they can take your children to work for them till your children have worked enough to pay back that money. So the woman ran to Prophet Elisha to complain and to raise this issue. What did Prophet Elisha say? He said, what do you have in your house? Oh, I love this scripture. Say, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? And the woman said, well, I only have but jar of oil. Jar of oil. He said, okay, bring it. He said, go get more containers. Keep pouring that jar of oil in those containers, right, till you have filled all your containers. And what did he say, the last part? Go and sell the oil. Go and sell it. So why didn't he say, well, you know what, pour the oil. Once the oil is full, right, close your eyes and the oil will turn to money, to gold. Why didn't he say that? Why? He said, turn the oil, then go sell it. Go sell it. Go sell it. Meaning, even when God wanted to do such miracle, he still required that a physical business transaction, exchange of value had to occur for that widow to make money. Value had to be to exchange hands. Value has to exchange hands. Value has to exchange hands. And this is very key, ladies and gentlemen. I can go on and show you passages of scriptures where God has done miracle of people being financially blessed. They were still required to exchange cash, to exchange value for money. Value for money. Can everybody type value for money? Everybody, I want you to type it. Exchange value for money. Oh yeah, type it now. Everybody, type it right now. Type exchange value for money. I'm waiting. Type exchange value for money. Share this video 50 times. If it's adding value to you, let it go viral. We must brainwash our people. We must help our people to become financially free. And the way to do it is not to lay legs and lay hands and pour jar of anointing oil. By the way, I'm a very spiritual person. Okay? Very spiritual. Many of you don't know. Okay? But I don't do mediocrity. I don't deceive myself. I don't do all this deception, manipulation that is going on. Okay? I'll give you one more. I told you I'm going to give you 2. The second one is the story of Jacob. Jacob worked with his uncle, right? And the uncle kept deceiving him, kept cheating him, kept cheating him, right? He went back to, the uncle kept negotiating. And Jacob cried to God. I said, this is not fair. I need a breakthrough. If I continue this way, I'm going to work for my uncle till I die. I'll never own anything. And again, what did God say? Okay? What did God say? Which one is your own cattle? You have the cattle. The uncle had agreed that the cattle that have stripes are his own. So what did God say? He said, get a stick, right? Create, and many people don't know that this is how the current law, right? The law of genetics actually came out from that experience of Jacob. If you're a biologist, you discover that the law of genetics came out from that experience of Jacob. And God told him, take a pole, right? Make some stripe, make some white, and then whenever they are coming to drink water, just particularly the ones that are pregnant, let them be looking at that pole. They will start conceiving animals that have spots. So again, why didn't God just do abracadabra? Say, Jacob, don't worry, abracadabra, where all the animals turn to spotted animals. Why didn't God do it? Because it's just not what God does. Every time God wants to bless a man, there is still a need for exchange of value. There must still be something. They say God will do his part, but God will still want you to do your part. Your part may be that you should get a tree and then create some part white, some part stripe. Your part may be like that widow. Go and get more jars and keep pouring the oil and then go and sell it. But there is a part for you to play. There's always something for you to do. God doesn't just bless you supernatural. You sit down, do nothing, and you just start getting richer. That's not how it works, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I became a billionaire that way. I started my business 13 years ago with 1,000 naira, and I've grown it to become a multi-billion naira corporation today. I have office in London. I'm opening my Florida office next week Thursday. Office in Dubai. 2 weeks ago, our Dubai office did $2 million in sales in just 1 week. Okay? But this is what I did. I didn't sit down and just be religious and expect miracle to happen. I took action. Okay? And because of that, I've written this book, Billionaire Habits. I just finished the book review here in Maryland. God bless all of you who showed up today. The next place is Florida. A woman came all the way from Connecticut. Another man was coming all the way from Indiana. I had to tell him, go back. For you to drive all the way from Indiana, it's going to be taking him 8 hours. Right? And I was leaving for the airport very soon. I had to tell him, sir, go back, go buy it online. Okay? The other woman, she didn't even tell me. It was when I saw her. She said she drove 6 hours. She came all the way since yesterday. Slept in the car. Jeez, these are people who are hungry. I didn't even know until I met her and she was telling me she drove 8 hours. She came with her daughter. Some of us are not hungry for success. We're not hungry. We're not tired of poverty yet. You are just talking. You are not tired of poverty. When you are tired, you will take action. All these stories, you sit down and you expect miracle to occur. Right? You sit down and begin to hear gists from your fake pastors and fake prophets. And you think that's how people become rich. Go and get knowledge. I've written one. There are other authors who have written big, good books that will teach you how to become wealthy. This one is Billionaire Habits. The secret billionaires use to build wealth that poor people don't use. In this book, I shared my story, how I made it. And I became a billionaire in Nigeria. So hear this one. Despite all that is going on in Nigeria. It was when I made it in Nigeria that I started expanding businesses all over the world. So, if I could become a billionaire in Nigeria, in Naira, why are you here in America and you cannot become a millionaire in dollars? Why? Why? The opportunities are better. You are in UK. You cannot become that. And you're in UK. Right? How? You're in UK, you're in Canada, you're in Germany. You ran away from Nigeria, that Nigeria is not good. Now you are in diaspora, you are still not doing anything with your life. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stop giving excuses. Every day, nothing. Many of you, I know what you are doing. You come here, all you are doing, nothing. Everybody told you it's only nothing. Nothing or healthcare. Home health, or what do you call it? When there are many other opportunities that you can do, many other things you can do, but you need to go for the knowledge. You need to go for the knowledge. Buy the books. Go for seminars. Go for seminars. Let me tell you this. Before, I have had registered company in the US and the UK for the last 5 years. But many of the businesses were online. I did not open an office until this year. And before opening the office this year, right? You will not believe this. Before opening the office this year, one of the mentors that taught me what to do here in America, I paid him $80,000. Another one, right? I paid him $20,000. People who knows how American real estate business work. People who understand how to become wealthy here. I went to meet them. I traveled all the way from Nigeria, business class ticket, came, met them. I want to learn. Some of you will be sitting down in your house, you know, and then they will be deceiving you. Hey, Celia. You will soon become a millionaire. Loriro. Is it why you are seated in your house that millions will come and jump on you? Or millions will drop down from heaven? You just drop down. The same thing with Italy, my sister. It's the same principle. Same thing with Italy. Right? Same thing with Italy. When you look at Dubai, Nigerians got to Dubai, Africans got to Dubai and started cultism. And some started killing each other. Some go to Italy and start prostitution. When there are opportunities. If you go to my YouTube page, I've taught 20 businesses you can do on the internet. 20 business. It's there for free on YouTube. 20. They will not listen. If it's gossip I've come to do now, all of you will be, you even be thanking me for gossiping. God will save Africans. If this was a gossip video, some of you will even thank me for gossiping, for discussing what will not add one value to you, for discussing what is not my business. You will be thanking me for discussing what is not my business. Right? You'll be, I don't get it. I've always wondered why we are always so fascinated. Always fascinated about what is not our business. Well, I will take a few questions and I'll catch up my flight. I'm going to Florida to open our Florida office. So, it's the day I buy private jet. Some of you will be angry. God is my witness. Akuku has been teaching you people. Some of you will hear, some of you will not hear. Right? Some of you would rather spend, right, $10,000 on your children's birthday than to buy a $47 book. You would rather spend $10,000 on your children's birthday than to buy a $47 book. That's what many of us do. You are wondering why we remain where we are. Well, I'll take a few questions. For those of you asking about how to order my book, you can go to my website or go to Amazon. It's the same. We deliver the book to you anywhere you are in the world. Anywhere you are in the world. So visit www.stephenakintayo.com. stephenakintayo.com. Okay? / billionaire habits.
Here at gate B7 Bravo 7, wheelchair assistance are needed.
Okay, / billionaire habits. So you can go there and you can order the book. It will be delivered to you anywhere you are in the world, Italy, anywhere. A lot of people have ordered, some have gotten. Somebody was sharing here that is almost done reading his own book. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. So let me see questions I can read. Thank you for the information. I really do appreciate it, Balogun. You are welcome, Balogun. Anita Roberta Shelton says, how can I start a business? Start by registering one. Right? You start a business by registering the business. Okay? You register the business. Go and register it. It costs less than $200. In fact, people were getting $50,000. $150,000 just because they have a registered business under the COVID-19 palliative. Joe Biden still released another one. Donald Trump released for small businesses, right? Some of you have been here 20 years, you did not even register a business. I told you last year, 2 years ago, so even if you don't know what you will do with the business, just go and register it first. Just go and register the company. It costs less than $200. Just register it. Now, those who did, who listened to me, many of them were able to get COVID-19 grants, right? One guy had 2 registered companies, got $50 on one, $50 on another, $100,000. Now, Joe Biden has released another fund. He's gotten another money. Okay? So, it's important, go register your company. Number 2, go and study business opportunities that you can do in your country. What businesses can I do? Particularly internet-based businesses. Okay, go study. Right? Buy books on entrepreneurship. Buy books on wealth. Buy it. Right? Because one of the mistakes, I'm going to be sharing this when I'm doing part 3. Okay? On part 3, I'm going to share why Africans are not millionaires and billionaires. Because they will invest before learning about investment. Any of you just say Bitcoin, just go and put money in Bitcoin. What does it cost you to pay $500 or $1,000 on a course, comprehensive course on cryptocurrency before you go and put 20,000, 50,000? Just doing things based on speculation, based on what somebody said, right? You didn't even study it. You say, how can I pay $1,000 for a course? That's why you are poor. Just because you're not willing to pay the $1,000 for a course is the reason why you're poor. You're poor just because you're not willing to pay. You're not willing to pay. Those who are not willing to pay for knowledge, okay, will pay those who have learned it. Precious Obasui says, sir, don't worry. Everyone will not get rich. We are successful people. Abio, it's a choice, right? Those who want to say, talk about investment in Italy. My sister, go on YouTube and watch the videos I have. Also buy my book, Business is Universal. The same opportunities in US is in Italy. It may just be a little bit different based on the law. Arizona NS says, I'm creative. I make portrait. How do I expand? Go e-commerce. Go e-commerce. Use social media marketing to go viral. Do portrait of celebrities and, post it till they trend, till those celebrities give you, free publicity also, right? And help you to push. And that's what one guy did. He did a portrait of Donald Trump until Donald Trump acknowledged him. And the guy went viral. Adeyemo Afolabi says, is there any other habits apart from the one you shared in your book? There are many. The part 2 of the book is coming out. But have you even read the book? Have you bought the book and to read it? Oh, beautiful. Precious says she ordered my book yesterday. Please read it, right? There's so much you're going to be learning. I'm sure by the time you're done reading the book, Precious, you are just going to be, wow. Wow. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to do, wow. And I don't mind. Do me a 1-minute video. All of you have read my book and it's really changed your life. Send me a 1-minute testimony video, please. It's important. I told you the reason why I did the book is to change people's life. Let me give you an example. I've been traveling from state to state using my money. I flew to US, first class, stayed in Manhattan. The hall I used in Manhattan cost me $1,200. The book is $47. So, and because of COVID, I'm not hosting more than 10 people. So 10 people paying $47. That's just $470. Does not even pay for the hall. Does not pay flight ticket. Does not pay hotel. I stay in some places 5 days, 10 days. So it's not about making money. It's changing the life of people, creating that massive change amongst our people. That we need to invest in being wealthy. We need to invest in changing our mindset, because your habits determines your decisions. Your decisions determines your destiny. If you don't change your habits, your decisions will not change. If your decisions do not change, your destiny cannot change. So what changes man's destiny is his decisions. And your decisions are a function of your habits. So that's why we say billionaire habits. The habits that billionaires, have, that has influenced their decisions, that have made them wealthy. You have to pick those habits. You have to start those habits and think like that, behave like that, and you're on your way to success. So, I want to thank all of you who have watched today's video. Follow me on Instagram at Dr. S. Akintayo across all social media platforms. Okay? And if you're in Florida, you can join me next week Saturday in Florida. It's going to be the turn of Florida for the Billionaire Habits Review. So you're going to be meeting me in person, and we review the book together. Okay? So if you're in Florida, don't miss it. Also, those of you in London, from Florida, I'm coming to London. Are you happy? London! None of you are in London here. From Florida, I'm coming to London. And so we're going to be doing the review in London. And then from London, we're doing Dubai. From Dubai, we're doing Maldives. From Maldives, we're doing Rwanda. I can't be everywhere. I know many of you want me to come to your city. But the truth is that I can't be everywhere. I'm not omnipotent, omniscience. So I can't be in every city. But you can always order the book from anywhere in the world, and the book will be sent to you anywhere in the world. So for those of you in the UK, it's going to be Saturday. Okay, Saturday, 17th of July. Okay, St. Pancras Renaissance Hotel. So reach out to me, send me a DM, so that you can get the details of how you can be part of the event in the UK. I know a lot of you are in UK and you can't wait for me to come. I've been trying to visit the UK since last year, but because of COVID, I just had to be shifting it, but because of the new variant. But I think it's time. It's time to visit the UK. You guys deserve it, and also because I need to open our UK office also. I love you. Good night. Let me go catch up my flight. I gotta go. Florida is calling for me. God bless you. Love you all.